What's up, everyone? It's Kanan.
It's Jessie.
And we are the Geeky Saying Couple, and welcome to part 2 of our reaction to the RWBY Volume 8 soundtrack, and I'm not looking forward to this. Because the first track is Friend. Yes, we've heard this before. We heard it during the Volume 8 finale. But we've both, I think, avoided this song since then. And this is the first time we've got all the lyrics fully to it. First time for us anyway, because like I said, we've avoided it. I don't think there's really any debate that this is a Penny song. It's definitely about her friendship with RWBY. I'm not looking forward to this. One thing that definitely threw me off about this song the first time we heard it was it definitely starts off like a very sad song, but then it goes into this upbeat tempo, and it's like, oh, you're conflicting my feelings here, you know? It's like I'm crying, but it's like you want me to be happy and dance. But I've noticed, and in this day and age, whenever you have the unfortunate time of having to go to a funeral or to a receiving of friends or a wake, as some call it, they've kind of tried to turn them into a celebration of life instead of mourning a death. And maybe that's what was going on here, to celebrate Penny's life instead of mourning her death, but it doesn't work.
Which at things like that, when you're talking and laughing with family, you are laughing and crying. So
yeah.
I mean,
well, usually the laughing and joking about things happens after you've done most of the crying. At least that's how it was in my situation. But this is another reason why we shot this in 2 parts. We took a little break. That's why we're wearing different clothes on. That's because I knew Friend was coming up. And plus some stuff's been going on. It's been all on Twitter. But, I don't want to do this. Are you ready?
No, we need to get it over with.
Yeah, okay. Here's Friend. Oh. Oh. Now, I don't remember it starting like this, but then again, it's been almost a year since the finale, so... See, right now it's fine, because you're not 100% sure who it's about.
Yeah.
Stays for a while, the face of a friend that won't leave.
Which is sadly harder to find, it seems like, these days. Oh, now this is when it starts getting rough. I don't know why, but that piano...
My eyes are already watering.
Don't, you'll get me to cry. Pinocchio. You're crying. It really is a good song, but here. And that's RWBY. And it didn't get to last. That's what's heartbreaking about it. And the fact Ruby doesn't know. I can't even keep up with the lyrics. Damn it. It's just, in a way, it's just not fair. Sorry, Jeff, the guitar riff and all that's not gonna help. And Pietro doesn't know. Oh. It's a beautiful song, but gosh, screw that song. Like,
God, it was hard listening to it the first time.
yeah, like that's not a song I can put on repeat.
It's a beautiful song, though. I really love the song. It's just, God, it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, like, I know when it happened, a lot of people, started questioning, why even bring her back if you were just going to take her away again. I can't even talk. And, of course, it turned, like, God, I didn't even cry this much when it actually happened. What's wrong with me?
We're remembering.
Yeah. Sadly, in a way, you've kind of got to look at it that it was to set up Winter as the Winter Maiden, because Winter had to go through a character change before she became the Winter Maiden, because if she had become the Winter Maiden in Volume 7, she would have been under Ironwood's control. What's really heartbreaking about all this is all Penny wanted was a friend. God, this is the hardest video we have ever done. And that was Ruby. It's just so hard that Ruby doesn't know. You know, one side of me is like, I'm crying over a fictional character. But
we've fallen in love with the story, with the characters, so it's...
and it doesn't help that Penny was such a lovable character. Oh, I can't even talk about
You're
it.
gonna get me going again.
I can't even talk about the story or anything, because
it's also that, like, most of us can relate to something like this, too. Like, we've all lost somebody, friend, family, you know, anything like that. So it makes it all the harder, because, you're there watching. It's like they're real. You're relating to yourselves, too, so... I mean,
well, it just doesn't help that she was such an innocent character.
yeah. What makes me sad, besides just Ruby, is that Pietro never got to see her either. So it all adds up, and that's going to be such a sad moments in different episodes, probably different episodes when they both learn that.
And
so,
poor Jean, it's just... Oh. Okay, we've got to move on, or I'm going to cry this entire... Okay, we got to listen to some metal. Okay. The next song is Awake, and this is different because it's the first song to ever be used in a RWBY soundtrack that is not written by Jeff. This is an OK Goodnight song, which is Casey's band. It's played when young Cinder fights Rhodes in Midnight. It also does say, you know, this is the first song to be shown in RWBY that was not written or composed, not just by Jeff, but composed with the show in mind. And it's also the first song to be composed by OK Goodnight to be featured in the series. So I know a lot of people may be looking at this song being like, well, can it be considered like a canon RWBY song? But we'll have to listen to the lyrics, see how much it could relate to it. I mean, they put it on the RWBY soundtrack for a reason. Hopefully surely this will get my mind off that. But here we go. Let's go with Awake. Fade in, okay. Okay, the beginning sounds like something I'd hear off an ELO CD. It sounds very ELO-ish. Okay. I like the piano. That is a piano, right?
Piano or keyboard.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it might actually be a piano.
That's what I said, a piano.
I know.
Yeah, that's a piano. Okay. Now it sounds like a rock song. I was like, this... Very long intro. Well, that definitely screams Cinder, so... Definitely, yeah, okay. So yeah, you could definitely already... Okay. Yeah, you could definitely easily say this is a Cinder song in a way. Ooh, that's a... Okay. And now I'm awake. Like, yeah, that definitely... That's true. Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, this screams Cinder. I like the guitar. I like the drums too. Are you still recovering?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, I like this part. Okay, interesting. Oh, I like how this sounds too. I like this little instrumental break. Yeah, even though this wasn't written for the show in mind, this
It definitely fits well with that Cinder at that point in time. Like,
yeah.
pretty much waking up, and that's when she decided how she was gonna be.
Yeah. With darkness, my tears collide. Like in that last scene, she cried. So
Yeah.
it's, I'm ready to be set free. Yeah, like this whole. Okay. So, as we said, this is an OK Goodnight song. It's Casey's band, which, you know, the song was used in the show. And even though it says it was not written for the show in mind...
They obviously saw, once they, put it together, hey, this actually fits to this. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely fits... like everything about that. So.
Yeah, and despite, all that, I would still say this is for sure definitely a Cinder song, because the lyrics already fit her. With darkness, my tears collide. After she killed Rhodes and looked out to the moon, she cried, which tears, but also that's kind of when Cinder's darkness was born.
Yeah, that's where she decided the fate of which path she was going to take, and it wasn't the... It was pretty much, I'm going to just take this for myself. I'm not going to do it the right way.
I'm ready to be set free. That's definitely a Cinder thing. I feel alive. let's see, the treachery will breed inside. I could definitely see where she felt like she was betrayed in ways. Embers, sweet and unrefined, so bright but not so kind, will start a fire in your mind. I mean, that's, you know, that's definitely Cinder. So yeah, really good song. I really like parts of it. I just realized we didn't really go over any of the lyrics for Friend, but
We really couldn't get through it.
No. But, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, you know. There's a Pinocchio reference in it. There's a lot of references to dialogue between Penny and Ruby, you know. So, I mean, it's all there. It's really self-explanatory in the song.
Yeah, the other thing about, like, the upbeat part, that's just Penny. If Penny was in just the form of a song, that's Penny. Like,
the upbeat part actually makes that song harder.
It does, but
I don't know why.
It's because it just feels like her to me. So that's I'm thinking one reason why it just makes it harder.
All right, so the last song we're going to listen to, because it's the last vocal song on the album, because we're not going to go into all the instrumental stuff, though it's good. We wouldn't have much to say about instrumental music. I love music, but not enough to know. So, next is a Volume 7 song, Touch the Sky. It's I'm not going to try and pronounce this, but TOBYNOH remix. It's 3:47, so they definitely shortened it from the original, because on the lyrics page for the original, it was 5 minutes and a second, so I don't know exactly where it'll start, but I think it's pretty much been established that Touch the Sky is more or less a Blake song. It's kind of her taking her life back, you know, reclaiming what Adam took from her, pretty much. So,
what did you say it was Blake and Crow?
That's what I initially thought, but after...
There's parts that you could apply to Crow.
Yeah, but I think mostly it is a Blake song. So this is in line with, like, the acoustic versions of songs they've done. I kind of wish they had done an acoustic this time, but maybe they didn't have time. So let's see how this remix goes. All right, Touch the Sky remix. Okay. Definitely remix. What? Casey sound like she's underwater. This is Casey's in the air tonight moment. I was waiting for that beat drop. The beat, like, feels weird in my ears. It's like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Sounds like something you would hear in Persona.
It kinda does.
So pretty much what they did is they took Casey's vocal, they put it through a filter and added stuff to it, and then they just added a basic remix beat to the back of it. With some extra instrumentation, I think. It's been a while since I've heard Touch the Sky, so... It's like, wow, what was that? That reminded me of old time answering machines. The way it sounded, like the static and all that. That old school at the end. Okay, I mean, what else? Like, we talked about this song back when we listened to it on the Volume 7 soundtrack, but it's a really great song. I still think I prefer the original version more.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a fun little extra track, you know. When they do these remixes or the acoustic versions, they're meant to just be different versions of the song, you know. And
I think one of my favorite remixes was actually on the last soundtrack.
you talking about the Nevermore remix, or are you talking
I
about the
think so.
acoustic version of Armed and Ready?
No, I liked both, but I meant like the Nevermore one. It reminded me of a DDR song, which made me think of Monty, because
Yeah.
there's a couple songs that are like that, and I think Monty's in mind when they do stuff like that, because that was a huge love of his. So
Yeah. Well, that is it for our Volume 8 soundtrack reaction. That's the last vocal track on the album. Slightly shorter soundtrack. I think last year ours was 3 parts, so this year it's only in 2 parts. I think they knocked it out of the park again. I know a lot of people have said they don't think this one is as strong as the last one, and I will admit I do think Volume 7 had some stronger songs in some regards, but in some other regards, I like a lot of the songs on this one too. The intro song is a good one, though technically Rising is still my favorite. I just love Rising, and I still love Trust Love. So, but not a bad opener whatsoever. Treasure is definitely my favorite Bees song for right now. It's just explicitly romantic in so many ways. Friend, I love the song, but I can't listen to it anymore for a while. So everybody's gonna get to see me be a big bubble blown baby. Yeah, so once again, to Jeff and Casey and everyone else, Lamar, everyone who worked on the soundtrack, you did an amazing job. Thank you all for the amazing music that is in RWBY. I think everyone can agree that the music in RWBY is always very, very good. It's always a beat. It's always exciting. It's emotional. And yeah, so we're going to do another RWBY related video on for Friday. Is going to be some of the RWBY stuff we have. And yeah, just a little show off our RWBY merchandise and all that. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave us a comment. As always, guys, this is Kanan.
this is Jessie.
We love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Stay warm. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.